I'm concerned that senior administrators often do not really understand general education. They know that it sounds good, and in the liberal arts tradition it appears to have some status. But what is really the principle behind general education? I think that is something that eludes many people, who often will use the phrase as if they know what it's all about, but in fact many of them don't. And I think what needs to be done, particularly in the next 2 years, is to make sure not only everyone's on board of the program, because everyone will be on board because that's the way things go, but that everyone understands what is involved in being on board. And I think if I had to summarize general education, I would say that it is a broad-based, interdisciplinary curriculum that enhances original thinking, that enhances individual imagination, that enhances a syncretic view of knowledge, not a compartmentalized view of knowledge, but one that suggests that what you learn is not so important in what you remember, but what you learn should inspire new thoughts, new insights on the part of the student. This, to me, is the essence of general education. I think there are some misconceptions that are long-standing that need to be dispelled on the part of faculty as well as students. There's an assumption that general education courses have to be simple because they're not in the discipline. Well, it's not often understood that just because it's in the discipline does not make it tougher than when it's not in the discipline. That's one thing. Now, I would hope that general education courses are always challenging and in that sense difficult, all right? But they achieve a different purpose from what is achieved in the disciplinary course. And in some senses it's less difficult, but in many cases it's more challenging because you are then forced to think outside your comfort zone. And in that sense, a general education course should not be viewed by either faculty or by students as easy. So the assumption by many faculty is that whatever is the introductory course to any subject must therefore be a general education course. This is wrong. This is absolutely wrong, because that is like a stairway to nowhere. I mean, general education course is not an introductory course that doesn't go any further. The general education course is itself a composite invention on the part of the instructor to get the students to think about all sorts of things in a totally different way. And I think ultimately that's what the university of the future needs to do.